recording a commercial.
It's very nerve-wracking, but I mean, you should know.
Yes.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to week 1 of FPVSimKaos, a brand new little project slash adventure that we are embarking on to help us all improve, slowly but surely, in our FPV journeys. Okay, so for challenge number 1 and week number 1, we are going to be heading over into Uncrashed over here. Going to go into single player, and challenge number 1, as stipulated, is our time trial slash racing part. I believe that racing is a very good way to help yourself improve in pretty much everything FPV, because good racers make good freestyle pilots, and it carries over to everything that you do in FPV. It also helps you to react a little bit faster and all of that stuff. So we're going to head on over into the Meadow map over here. We're going to press escape or whatever button brings up this menu on your console or whatever. We're going to go to barn race, free race, and we're going to take it nice and slow. I'll show you what the map looks like so you can see it and you can experience it as well. Oh, I need to turn on my radio. Okay, let's just get the TBS Tango going over here. Okay, so first up, we've got this smooth little turnaround, the first tree, and then we've got like what's kind of like a half orbit around that tree. Then you've got this cool little gap through this barn over here, and this is a very cool little sequence of maneuvers because you've got this little orbit over here, a nice little gap, and then you've got these two little gates over there, and I'll show you now on lap 2 how you can do it, but this is essentially the first lap. Now this is 2 laps that you have to do and then complete the race. Now, as I said, there's a few ways that you can do these 2 little gates over here. There are a few very interesting little ways. So once we come through this little gap over here, way number 1 is just a split S. That is a very sharp split S. You don't have to do it that sharp. I don't think that's the fastest way. You can just do a little bit of a yaw spin through it. You can do that. Or, well, let's go around. You can do a little bit of an orbit around it. So you can go orbit and then orbit back through this way. That might not be the fastest way, but it is a very cool thing to practice your little orbits. The other way, which I think is probably the most the most stylish way, is to do a power loop through it, which isn't really going to work because you are going to not come, yeah, you have to come back through this way. So the power loop, not really going to work. I mean, unless you could do a Maddie flip through it, that'll be a little bit crazy. If you really want to, I guess. I don't see why it'll work. I mean, that's one way to do it. But yeah, once you get through those little gates, as I said, there's a few ways you can do it. Do it stylish, do it fast, do it whichever way. Once you get through here, that would be the completion of the race. So you're going to have this little bit of a half orbit over here, come through the barn over here. This is probably my favorite part of the track. Come through here. Do this little gate whichever way you want. I prefer the split S. I find that to be the fastest, or whatever you want to practice. And that would be your race. And then challenge number 2, the trick of the week, is the power loop. We've got the stick cam over here so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Power loops, very, very simple, very straightforward. Probably one of the first tricks you will learn on your FPV journey. You're going to throttle up, you're going to slightly come back with your pitch, cut the throttle, and then throttle back into it. But your pitch is basically, you can keep the same kind of movement and just use the throttle to get yourself through it. So pitch back, throttle down, and then throttle up out of it as soon as you see the ground again. Now, this will take a little bit of practice. What might happen in the beginning is you might do this, and you might smack into the ground. That's fine. It's a sim. That's why we practice things in a sim, so that you don't crash your real quads, because they cost money, whereas sim doesn't cost anything. So you're going to come around, cut the throttle, pitch, and then go. You can throttle, cut the throttle, pitch out of it, and there we go. That's as simple as that. And then you can obviously get a little bit creative with it, find yourself a little bit of an object. I find sometimes it's a little bit easier if you have an object to power loop through, because that might give you something to look at while you're doing it. I've got a very low camera angle here. I think I'm on 25. There we go. If you're going up to like 35, you might actually be able to see the object that you're power looping through. So, whoop, not exactly. But either way, that's it. So kind of power loops, kind of a bit of a feel, kind of a little bit of an instinct thing. So find yourself a big ball or something on one of the maps. I'm just going to put us in the sky so that we aren't bouncing around on the floor like that. But that is week 1 challenge. Power loop for trick of the week, the barn race on Meadow. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing your guys' submissions. You can submit your video clips. Now, you don't have to record it natively on your computer. If you can't record it on your computer, put your cell phone up, just record your screen. Your best time doesn't have to be on video. I know it's sometimes challenging getting your record or PB race on camera. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass because you're going to restart a whole bunch of times, not necessarily get that on camera. But, I mean, you can just submit a picture of your best time and we will look at that on video, as well as just submit a clip of you racing, even if it's not the whole clip, even if it's just a short part of the clip. Put your cell phone up, record your TV, record your monitor, do whatever you want, your laptop, how much ever it is. And then if you do manage to get a IRL clip of the trick of the week, do submit that as well. You can send your submissions to FPVSimKaos@gmail.com. The email will be in the link below, so you can send me that email either via Google Drive or whatever the case might be. And yeah, I'm looking very forward to seeing how you guys progress and how I progress throughout this journey. Peace out, and may the odds forever be in your favor, or whatever the fucking outro is going to be. Cheers, boys.